Good evening. We welcome you back to the Castle here on the campus of Cabell Midland High School. Chris Tatum with you for the broadcast of the Cabell Midland Knights and the Spring Valley Timberwolves. Spring Valley coming in at 2-14 on the season. They snapped a 13-game winning streak this past Wednesday with a win over Hurricane. Got to go all the way back to the first game of the season for Spring Valley to find that other win, but Spring Valley looking to find some momentum here tonight as they come to the Castle against your Cabell Midland Knights, sitting at 9-9 on the season. Their last game was a loss, 59-55 to St. Albans. The Red Dragons were able to overcome the Knights. But these two teams tonight met earlier in the season. That was back on January the 27th. Midland with a win 61-54 in the early contest between the Knights and the Timberwolves back on January the 27th. Starting five for both teams. Let's run over the starters. For the Spring Valley Timberwolves, a 6'3 sophomore, number 4, Tate Adkins. A 6-foot sophomore, number 15, Lucas Hazlett. A 6'2 freshman, number 20, Colton Caldwell. 6'2 junior, number 24, Ty Smith. And a 6'3 junior, number 25, Luke Larson. That is your starting five for the Spring Valley Timberwolves. For the Cabell Midland Knights. All seniors starting tonight because, as we talked about just a few moments ago, it is senior night here this evening at the Castle, so all seniors starting. 5'11 senior, number 4, Cooper Gibson. A 5'10 senior, number 21, Tevin Taylor. 6'1 senior, Kyle Frost. 6'1 senior, number 23, Chandler Schmidt. And a 6-foot senior, number 24, Jackson Fetty. Those are your starting lineups this evening. Getting introductions out of the way, and we are set with 8 minutes on the clock. We are ready for basketball here from the Castle between the Cabell Midland Knights and the Spring Valley Timberwolves. Rick Chafin brings his team in this evening, who former coach here at Cabell Midland, notably, and he also was at Huntington High for a good while as well. Chafin in this season lost five starters, regular players last year, including the WVU signee, Corbin Page. So a little bit of a rebuilding year for the Timberwolves. And the Knights looking to improve, get their record above 500. They are at 9-9, looking for that 10th win to get into double digits here this evening against the Timberwolves. Officials in place, starting five for both teams on the floor. 8 minutes on the clock. It is time for basketball. Knights and the Timberwolves ready to do battle. Tip-off coming up. In the center circle, Kyle Frost for the Knights and Colton Caldwell. Ball's in the air, tip out to Midland, and they'll have the first possession of the game. Cooper Gibson to the right side, over to Jackson Fetty. Fetty back out front to Gibson, over to Schmidt. Schmidt now back to the right side of the arc to Tevin Taylor. Taylor back over right to Gibson. Gibson back out front to Schmidt. 3 ball on the way off the left side of the rim. Fight for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will stay with Cabell Midland. Scramble for that rebound. Midland has possession. Inbound pass to Fetty. Fetty at the top of the key. Around the right side to Schmidt. Schmidt kicks it over left side. Gibson hands it away to Frost. Frost fighting for it, loses it underneath, and then Spring Valley back down the floor. Across the timeline comes Tate Adkins. Now the ball goes to the right side to Caldwell. Caldwell back out to the top side, top of the key to Larson. Larson back out to Caldwell. Now to the left side to Smith. Smith looks left side to Caldwell. Caldwell comes back out at the top. Luke Larson now the ball drives in. Pitches it away to Hazlett. Hazlett now to the right side. Lots of ball movement by the Timberwolves this evening. Smith, right side pass. Now underneath, looking to the baseline, is Tate Adkins. Adkins brings it back out, and they'll reset. Midland being pretty pesky with their defensive schemes on the Timberwolves this evening. Now back out front to Larson. Larson to the left side to Tate Adkins. Adkins guarded by Schmidt. Now they go back to the top of the key. Larson to Adkins, now back to Caldwell. Hazlett with the ball. Now top of the key. Back to Larson. Chafin giving instruction to his team as the Timberwolves have yet to find an opening to put a shot up. Now to the lane. Puts one up off the glass. The shot is no good. That was Luke Larson. Now back down the floor come the Knights. Top of the key now is Schmidt. To the right side to Fetty. Fetty goes back out front to Garrett Wagner. Rather check that to Tevin Taylor. Underneath, a fight for the ball. Spring Valley comes away with it. Back down the floor comes Tate Adkins. Adkins letting the Timberwolves get back down the floor and set things up. Adkins across the timeline. Picked up by Gibson at the top of the key. Now he passes it away to Colton Caldwell. Caldwell back to Adkins. Tate Adkins to the right side now. Smith back out to Adkins. Right side of the arc. Adkins now goes in the lane. He finds Luke Larson. Larson thought he was going to get a shot away, but nothing there. Now they go to the left side. 3-ball, side pocket. Tate Adkins for 3. It's good. 3-0 your score in favor of the Timberwolves. 4:58 left in the first quarter. Just underway here from the Castle as Schmidt brings the ball down the court for the Knights. Across the timeline he goes. Now the Midland Knights will set things up. Cooper Gibson, top of the key, in between the rings. Gibson to the top side to Schmidt. Schmidt puts a 3-ball of his own up. That one's going to be good. It is a tie ball game. Schmidt finds the mark with that 3-ball. Now, full court pressure defense from the Knights. Down the floor comes Larson, looking for some help. He finds Tate Adkins. Adkins guarded closely by Gibson. He tries to drive in. Now the Knights converge on him. He puts a shot up. No good off the bottom of the glass. He kicks it back out. And the shot taken by Adkins, no good, but a putback by Luke Hazlett. Hazlett puts in 2. It's 5-3 in favor of the Timberwolves. Back down the court for the Knights. Schmidt trying to set it up. He'll hand it off and hand it away to Cooper Gibson. Gibson, top of the key now. No pressure for the Wolves. They'll take their time. Now over to Schmidt, left side. Back out to the front side. That is Tevin Taylor. He's going to drive the lane, put a shot up. He'll be fouled on the way in. 2-shot foul coming up for Tevin Taylor. Foul's going to be on Tate Adkins. So it'll be his first, team foul number 1. At the line now is Tevin Taylor. First of a 2-shot opportunity. Goes in. Collects his first points of the night. Taylor at the line for the back end of a 2-shot foul. Second one's off the back of the rim. No good. Fight for the rebound. Spring Valley comes away with it. That's Adkins. Tate Adkins now will allow the Timberwolves to get back up the floor and set the offense up. To the right side to Hazlett. Hazlett now looking for help. Hazlett in the lane. Now a scramble for the basketball. Adkins comes away with it. Ty Smith back out to Larson. Larson now setting things up. Back over to Adkins, left side. Now underneath. Ball off the glass. It's in and good for Colton Caldwell. His first bucket of the night. That makes it 7-4 in favor of the Timberwolves. Back come the Knights. Schmidt across the timeline to the right side. That's to Kyle Frost. Frost back out front. Now left side, back over to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to drive it in. Pull-up jumper is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound is taken by Lucas Hazlett. Timberwolves with the basketball. 2:48 left in this first quarter. Caldwell. Top of the key. Now over to Adkins. Tate Adkins passes down underneath. Now they kick it left side. 3-ball on the way. That one is good. Lucas Hazlett collects his 5th point of the night on a 3-ball from the side pocket to make it 10-4. Midland says we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. The Knights down 10-4 early in this one from the Castle. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first quarter. 10-4 your score. Chandler Schmidt knocked down a 3 early in this one. And you see that 3-ball coming to the side, from the right side by Lucas Hazlett. Nice ball movement by the Timberwolves here this evening, and they've done it a lot. Midland early on was very pesky on defense, and they couldn't find their holes and their opportunities for their shots, but that has not been an issue on the last 2 or 3 trips down the floor. It sits at 10-4 as we get back to action. Checking into the ball game for Cabell Midland is Dominic Schmidt. And he'll bring the ball down the floor and across the timeline. And we picked up by Adkins. Schmidt, top of the key. Now back out front to Garrett Wagner, who's checking the ball game. Or rather, check that. That's Tevin Taylor. Taylor back over to Schmidt. Schmidt drives, now kicks it outside. Now underneath baseline, the pass from Cooper Gibson down to the baseline is off the mark. Fight and scramble for the basketball now. The Spring Valley Timberwolves come away with it. Now Hazlett to Larson. Larson's going to drive it, puts a shot up, and he's fouled. You can count the bucket. Dominic Schmidt is going to be called for the foul. So Dominic Schmidt is called for his first foul. And Larson will get a three-point play here. That's his first bucket of the night, and the free throw, the three-point opportunity works out. It's now 13-4 rather. Minute 50 left in this first quarter. Schmidt brings the ball back down the floor for the Knights to the right side to Tevin Taylor. Now back out front to Ryan Chafin. And a foul called on the floor. That foul's going to go against Luke Larson, picks up his first. Midland with the inbound pass to Dominic Schmidt, drives it in, kicks it right side, 3-ball on the way. It's off the mark, and the Spring Valley Timberwolves with the rebound. Tevin Taylor couldn't get that one to go. Now baseline for Spring Valley. And there is a foul. Foul's caught on Chandler Schmidt. That's his first. Team foul number 2. Luke Larson will go to the line for a 2-shot foul. The front end of a 2-shot opportunity is good. He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Third one coming up. That one is off the mark. Substitutions coming in for the Spring Valley Timberwolves. Jalen Abercrombie is in the ball game now, as Midland will bring the ball back down the court. Dominic Schmidt across the timeline, left side to Taylor. Taylor now over to Jack Easton, now underneath. The shot's going to be taken by Dominic Schmidt. He's fouled on the way in. And the foul is going to be on Lucas Hazlett. That's his first, and team foul number 3. Inbound pass on the way from Dominic Schmidt. Comes to Jack Eastone. Now Dominic Schmidt with the ball. Schmidt top side. Goes over to the right side of Taylor. Now baseline to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt back to Taylor. Thought he had an opening. They kick it back out top of the key. The 3-ball for Jack Eastone is in and good. 14-7 is your score. Here come the Timberwolves. Abercrombie. And they will call him for carrying the ball. So it'll go back to the Knights. 46 seconds left in the first. 14-7 your score. Dominic Schmidt will bring it down the floor for the Knights. Across the timeline, goes left. Comes back out front to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt now looking to drive. Now a scramble to fight for the ball. Now they kick it back out front to set things back up. Cooper Gibson now to the right side of Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt now working against Adkins. He loses a handle on the ball. Adkins comes away with it. Left side. Looked like Hazlett was going to take the shot. Now the shot will be taken by Ty Smith. No good, but that one will go in off the glass. Jalen Abercrombie picks up his first points of the night. Back down the floor of the Knights. Chandler Schmidt puts it up, and it is count the basket. He's fouled on the way in. Chandler Schmidt will go to the line. Right? No, they didn't call a foul. It was the end of the quarter, but they count the basket. We'll step away for a quick second, come back with more high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Let's see what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Food Fair, where convenience and quality meet. And now, home delivery.
Welcome back to the Castle. Chris Tatum with you for the Cabell Midland Knights Spring Valley Timberwolves matchup. At the end of one, it is 16-9 in favor of Spring Valley. The Timberwolves on top here over the Cabell Midland Knights. Chandler Schmidt hit a shot at the buzzer that did count. So he pulled them a little closer as Spring Valley will have the ball to start things off here in the second. Adkins, top of the key to Larson. Larson looks to swing it left. Pesky defense now by Dominic Schmidt. Guards Larson closely. Now Adkins with the ball back to Larson. Larson now gets some help from Jalen Abercrombie. Back over to Larson. Ball movement again for Spring Valley has been Abercrombie now on the right side, back to Larson. Larson will pass it away to Ty Smith. His shot's off the mark. Now the Knights come back with a rebound down the floor. Long court pass from Schmidt to Jack Eastone. Now underneath, a fight and a foul. He'll fight for the ball, fight for the shot. But the foul is going to be on Ty Smith. He'll pick up his first. Team foul number 4. And Schmidt be the beneficiary of a 2-shot foul. Schmidt with 5 points on the night, his first trip to the charity stripe, and he misses the front end of a 2-shot opportunity. Schmidt misses the back end of the free throws as well, and Spring Valley with a rebound. Back down the floor comes Adkins, who will step across the timeline. He'll be picked up by Kyle Frost. Hazlett back out to Adkins, top of the key. Drives in, floats one up. It is off the back of the rim, and he'll be called for the charge. So Adkins picks up his second foul. The drive in the lane. Midland was able to get in position and force the charging call. So Midland will come back with a basketball up the floor. Dominic Schmidt running the point. Working against Abercrombie. He goes baseline. Tries to put one up, and he's fouled. The foul likely is on Keegan Grayson. Grayson picks up his first, and team foul number 6. Dominic Schmidt at the line for the first time tonight. He'll put his first one in and put Midland into double digits. 16-10 your score. Schmidt at the line for the back end of a 2-shot opportunity. He dropped the second one in as well. Spring Valley will come back down the floor. Full court press by the Knights. As Grayson comes left side now to Ty Smith. Smith to Abercrombie, now to Hazlett. Hazlett back out front to Grayson. Grayson now working against Schmidt. Drives around the right side. Now comes back left, looking for some help. trying to set up a play for the Timberwolves. A whistle and a timeout for Spring Valley. And they're going to take a 30-second timeout. 6:15 left here in the first half. 16-11 your score, as the Knights find themselves down by 5 here this evening. Midland shooting 3 for 5 from the free throw line this evening, and 2 for 3 for the Spring Valley Timberwolves. Leading scorer for Spring Valley so far, Lucas Hazlett, and for Midland, Chandler Schmidt with 5. Early here in the second quarter, we welcome to the broadcast here on Video Productions, as well as those of you watching on YouTube. Chris Tatum here with the call this evening. Jason Toy is on assignment elsewhere. So we're ready to go back to action as the Knights and the Timberwolves break their huddle. Inbound pass here from the sideline, right at midcourt. Abercrombie will bring the ball in to Grayson. Grayson now steps across the timeline. Top of the key now for the Timberwolves. It's Grimes. Grimes down baseline to Hazlett. Hazlett puts one up and in. And Hazlett will pick up his 7th point of the night. Midland back down the floor. Dominic Schmidt running the point. Working against Abercrombie. Schmidt goes left side. Baseline now. Drives. Passes out to the right wing. This one a 3-ball from the right side is good for Jackson Fetty. Fetty with his first points of the night pulls Midland within 4, 18-14, and Spring Valley called for a double dribble. So you see this baseline drive by Schmidt, kicks it out to Fetty. Fetty with the 3-ball, almost perfect. Inbound pass will come down on the baseline. The official's waiting on somebody to come and pick it up. Jack Eastone brings the ball in to Fetty. Fetty now. Dominic Schmidt comes out to help out. Left side to Fetty. Now back out to Eastone. Right side now to Schmidt. Schmidt driving the baseline again. Puts one up, and it goes in. Little hook shot there for Dominic Schmidt. His 4th point of the night makes it a 2-point ball game. 18-16. Adkins back running the point for the Timberwolves. He'll go left side to Ty Smith. Smith brings it out between the rings. Now it comes to Abercrombie left side. Adkins setting up the Timberwolves. Now comes back left side to Abercrombie. He'll drive the lane. Puts a shot up. It's off the mark, and a scramble for the rebound. It gets into the hands of Ty Smith. Smith to Abercrombie. He'll put a shot up, count the basket as he's fouled as he puts the shot up. Abercrombie will have a 3-point opportunity. Fetty will get the foul called, but you see as he goes up, Fetty did get the arm on him. So Abercrombie will be at the line. His first trip to the stripe tonight. A 3-point play opportunity for Jalen Abercrombie. That one falls in for him. He's got 5 points on the night. Midland down 21-16. Back to work for the Knights. Schmidt will step across the timeline and go left side, and almost stolen away. Jack Easton not prepared for the pass, but it goes over right side. Now shot taken by Kyle Frost is off the mark, and the Timberwolves take the rebound in, and Adkins will bring it down the floor for Spring Valley. Adkins drives in the lane, finds an opening, floats one up. And it is off the mark, and he's going to be called for the charge. So Tate Adkins will pick up his 3rd foul. You see him drive in, and the body contact. Midland's was in position, and he draws the charge. So Adkins picks up his 3rd. Larson checks back into the ball game for Spring Valley. Back down the floor. Frost, top of the key. Goes right side. Eastone. Back out front to Schmidt. Schmidt now to Frost. Frost will bring it back over to the right side. Schmidt, wide open 3 on the way. That one off the mark. Left side of the rim. Fight for the rebound. Spring Valley comes away with it. Now coming down the floor for Spring Valley's Cole Parsons. Parsons right side to Abercrombie. 3 ball on the way. That one is in and good. Abercrombie with the 3 ball makes it 24-16. Schmidt now and the Knights back down the floor. Left side to Eastone. Right at the top of the key to Tevin Taylor. Over to Schmidt. Schmidt drives, puts one up off the side of the glass. Spring Valley with the rebound. Parsons will bring it down the floor for the Timberwolves. Parsons working against Schmidt. Goes right side to Hazlett. Hazlett now. Down underneath looking for Colton Caldwell. And a scramble for the ball. And the foul will get a little reaching foul there on Kyle Frost. That is his first. That is team foul number 4 on the Knights. Inbound pass in the baseline for the Timberwolves. Comes to Hazlett. Hazlett now passes it off to Parsons. His shot's way off the mark. Now the Knights back down the floor on the fast break. Trying to put up a shot, a quick shot on the fast break was Cooper Gibson. He was looking for a foul. Didn't get the call, but the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Spring Valley. Chandler Schmidt with the inbound pass for the Knights. Schmidt brings it in to his brother Dominic. Now to the right wing. Jack Eastone. Cross-court pass to Cooper Gibson. Whistling a foul. And the foul is going to be on Ty Smith. Second foul for Smith. And team foul number 8. So Chandler Schmidt will go back to the charity stripe for it. 1-1. One of the bonus opportunity for Schmidt. Got that one to fall. It's now 1 for 3 from the line tonight with 6 points. Second shot coming up. That one off the right side of the rim. Larson with the rebound. Timberwolves back on the move. Parsons, guarded by Schmidt, brings it across the midcourt stripe. Right side with the basketball, looking to pass. The pass is deflected into the hands of Cooper Gibson. Dominic Schmidt now with the ball on the right side. Schmidt, left wing, shot taken. And it is off the mark. That one was Jack Eastone, and a foul under the basket. So Colton Caldwell will pick up his first. Team foul number 9. 2-shot foul for Tevin Taylor. This is his second trip to the line tonight. He is 1 of 2. The back end of the 2-shot opportunity coming up for Taylor. That one off the back of the rim and a lane violation. So Spring Valley will have the basketball. 24-17 your score. Spring Valley on top of the Knights. Full court pressure applied by the Knights. Now they come across the timeline with the basketballs. Landon Mosser. Mosser calls the timeout. They had him cornered, and Spring Valley will use the timeout here. Minute 55 left in this first half. It's 30-second timeout. 24-17. Free throws for the Knights this evening. They are 4 of 8. 9, 4 of 9. Check that. 4 of 9 on the night. They go on to play on the 17th of February against Charleston Catholic. This being the last game of the regular season for Spring Valley, I believe. Midland's got Charleston Catholic here in a couple days. As both teams come out of the timeout, they get a minute 55 to work with before halftime. Spring Valley coming off the win after snapping a 13-game losing streak. Looking to carry that momentum through the night here at Cabell Midland. Inbound pass coming from Larson, and the Timberwolves will go back to work. Into the backcourt to Abercrombie. Abercrombie will be picked up at the timeline by Cooper Gibson. He goes right side. Hazlett now with the basketball. Back out front to Larson. Larson loses it. Pass over his head. Dominic Schmidt down the lane. Puts a shot up. Looking for a foul. Doesn't get it. Shots off the mark. Spring Valley back with the ball. Abercrombie across the timeline on the fast break. Pulls up. Jump shot. Left side. It's in for 2. Abercrombie, the leading scorer for the Timberwolves, makes it 26-17. 1:27 on the clock here in the first half. Top of the key. Eastone over to Schmidt. Schmidt will drive it. And he gets fouled. Oh, he gets called for the charge. So Schmidt put the shot off the glass, and on the way in, Spring Valley was in position. The officials called the charge on Chandler Schmidt. That's his second. And team foul number 5 for the Knights. Back down the floor comes Abercrombie. Abercrombie on the right side. Back to the top of the key to Larson. Larson will hand it away to Parsons. Parsons will let the Timberwolves set up. He's guarded by Gibson. Larson right side now. Hazlett looking to drive the lane. Passes it back away to Parsons. Parsons will put up a jump shot. That one off the front of the rim. Chandler Schmidt with the rebound. 30 ticks left on the clock. Down underneath the basket. Off the glass. The pass from Dominic Schmidt to Jack Eastone. Eastone lays it in. 26-19. 23 seconds left. Back down the floor for the Timberwolves. Press applied by the Knights again. Now the right side to Larson. He'll pull up. 18-foot jump shots off the mark. That one underneath. The scramble for the ball. And trying to put up multiple shots for the Timberwolves was Colton Caldwell, and he's fouled. And Jack Easton will be whistled for his first. Team 6. 2-shot foul for Caldwell. This is his first visit to the stripe this evening. Puts his first one. It clangs around the rim, off the glass, and in for his third point of the night. Back end of a 2-shot foul for Caldwell. That one's on the mark. It makes it 28-19. Back down the floor, left side. Dominic Schmidt with the ball. He's going to put a shot up. 3-ball off the back of the rim. Hazlett with a rebound, and that will bring a close to the first half of basketball here from the Castle. With your score, Spring Valley 28, Cabell Midland 19. We will step away for a few moments. We'll come back. We'll give halftime scoring summaries. Maybe get a little bit of this Village Magic jump rope team into the picture as well as we enjoy senior night here from the Castle. This is high school basketball on Video Productions.
Of Dutch Miller Kia, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than when they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerKia.com.
For a limited time, get a brand new 2022 Sportage starting at just $189 a month.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the Marching Knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Basketball Showcase, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program, Griffith and File Pharmacy in Canova, serving the area since 1892. For quick, friendly, personal service with shorter wait times, come to Griffith and File. And KINDRED Communications, kindredcom.net.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Let's see what I need. I really don't have time to go myself. I know. I'll order and have it delivered.
Fair, where convenience and quality meet. And now, home delivery.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
The need to try to be like somebody else or try to like one up somebody else. In my generation, it was keeping up with the Joneses. And I think that can be distracting. But I think that students, kind of like you were talking about earlier, I think that creating your story, that every person's unique. So like if you can tune out those other things, like there's room for you to be you and for you to do your thing, and it all fits together like a puzzle.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Welcome back once again to the Castle, where tonight the Cabell Midland Knights are taking on the Spring Valley Timberwolves. At the half, your score 28-19. Spring Valley coming off a win against Hurricane, 75-68. Their momentum's carried into tonight against the Knights here at the Castle. They broke a 13-game losing streak to beat Hurricane the other night, and they seemingly have Cabell Midland figured out here in the first half. Let's go over scoring summaries for both teams. For the Spring Valley Timberwolves, the leading scorer, Jalen Abercrombie with 10. He is 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Tate Adkins with 3 this evening for the Timberwolves. Lucas Hazlett comes in with 7. Then Colton Caldwell has 4. He is 2 of 2 from the line tonight for the Timberwolves. And then Luke Larson rounds it out with 4 for the Timberwolves. He is 2 for 3 from the charity stripe this evening. That leads you to the Spring Valley total of 28. Let's get back to the Knights and look at how things shook down in the first half. Jack Easton comes into the second half with 5 points. 2 for 2 from the line with 4 was Dominic Schmidt. Then Tevin Taylor was 1 for 3 from the free throw line, his single digit. Chandler Schmidt, 1 for 4 from the free throw line with 6 points. He is the leading scorer of the Knights here this evening. And Jackson Fetty comes in and puts 3 on the board. So that gives you your score of 28-19. $7:15, just underway here, about halfway through the halftime show. The Village Magic from Village of Barbersville Elementary here this evening. Their jump rope coach, is none other than Richard Williams. He was Coach Williams was the first coach here at Cabell Midland, if I recall. Came as a product of Milton High School back in the days of the Milton and Barbersville rivalry. Now he is a teacher over at Village of Barbersville Elementary, and he has brought his Village Magic jump rope team here this evening for the halftime entertainment. So as you see the kids out there at the halftime, they work really hard on this performance routine for the whole school year to be able to do halftime shows and other events around the tri-state. They perform at Marsh University football or basketball games as well, and various high school sporting events and other things. If you'd like them for a wedding or a karaoke party or whatever, I'm sure Coach Wims would love to have the Village Magic come out and entertain your group. No, these guys do a great job. They work hard, and we love seeing the Village Magic out at these sporting events out here in the community. Coach Williams does a great job with these guys. They all love him. So right now your score 28-19 at the half. We'll come back and reset things here in just a few moments. We'll get the second half underway here from the Castle. We want to thank those of you listening or rather watching on YouTube and on Video Productions with us this evening. Say welcome to you and thank you for joining us here this evening. As I said, Jason Toy out on assignment tonight, so Chris Tatum, I'll be here with you all night long for the second half when we come back here on Video Productions. You're watching Cabell Midland basketball on Video Productions.
Of Dutch Miller Hyundai, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerHyundai.com.
Come check out the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with friends and family pricing for everyone.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Hi, my name is Connor Pritchard, and this is my story. In 6th grade, a teacher had asked me if I would be interested in doing the announcements. I ended up going to the office every day for about 2 weeks, taught me the ropes, showed me around. I know it's definitely helped with my improvisation skills, so if I need to get something on the fly or throw something into a conversation, I can integrate it a lot better. I really love doing the announcements here. It's one of my favorite things to do here at Milton Middle. It's always nice just to know that I can add a little bit of positivity. To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Welcome back to the Castle here on the campus of Cabell Midland High School. We welcome you here to the Video Productions broadcast of the Knights and the Timberwolves. Game 1 and Game 2, a little different. The Knights back on January 27th, a 61-54 win over Spring Valley. The trouble, as I'm told, I'll be honest with you, haven't scouted a ton of basketball this season, but as things have transpired here this evening, Spring Valley had a little trouble with the press in their first game. And Midland was scoring in transition. And, of course, you see the score now, 28-19, Midland down here at home. That's kind of the tale of Spring Valley this evening. Done a good job handling the full-court press. And also, as I said early on, they were really pesky on defense through a quarter and a half. Midland got a little close there, and then Spring Valley went back to their original game plan and been able to handle Midland. They're up by 9 here as we get ready for second half action here from the Castle. Another story as you're looking down the stat sheet, if you're keeping score at home or you listen to what we were giving totals, Jalen Abercrombie, the freshman, has done it all here this evening. 10 points, leading scorer, and he has put the ball up from everywhere and gotten the majority of his shots to fall. He is an incredible player to watch. From the line for the Knights, that's, that you put 5 or 6 more points on the board. A little closer ball game at the half. Midland's had trouble with the line, and that Spring Valley defense, again, has been pretty relentless against the Knights here this evening. Both teams coming out for the shoot-around. We're about a minute away from second half action. We'll say thanks to the sponsors here this evening for the broadcast, and also to Butch Mounts Video Productions and Cabell County Schools as well. If you're just joining us on the broadcast here on Video Productions on YouTube or Facebook or however you're picking us up tonight, 28-19 your score here from the Castle as the Knights find themselves down here on senior night. And senior night kicked off early here this evening, so they don't do it at halftime, but they are saying goodbye to a number of their players here this evening. Cooper Gibson, Tevin Taylor, Kyle Frost, Chandler Schmidt, Jackson Fetty, all moving on after this year. And as we were saying with head coach Rick Chafin, former coach here at Midland as well, but Rick Chafin and the Timberwolves lost a bunch of their team last year to graduations. So they lost 5 as well, and including Corbin Page, outstanding athlete, football signee to WVU, was a loss of their basketball team as well. So the Knights looking to turn around things on senior night here from the Castle as we get ready for second half action. Inbound pass for the Knights. Jackson Fetty to Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt will work between the rings, top of the key. He'll go left side, finds Schmidt. Schmidt back out top side. Now over to the right side to Frost. Frost down on the baseline to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt, spin move, turns, puts a shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's fouled on the way back up for the second shot. And the foul is going to be on Ty Smith. His third foul, team foul number 1 of the half. Schmidt to the line for a 2-shot opportunity. 1 for 3, or 1 for 4 on the night. Make him 2 of 5. As the first one drops for Schmidt. Substitution for the Timberwolves. Abercrombie checks back in. Is Schmidt back at the stripe for the back end of a 2-shot foul. That one is off the front of the rim. Fight for the rebound, and it will go off of the hands of Jackson Fetty. And the Timberwolves will have the basketball. Adkins to bring the ball in from the baseline. Goes to Hazlett. Full court press by the Knights. Now looking for help. Colton Caldwell back to Adkins. Now over to Hazlett. Hazlett will drive down towards the basket. Now back to Adkins. Jackson Fetty picks him up quickly. They go to the right side. A shot off the glass, in and good. Colton Caldwell with a nifty move under the basket to make it 30-20. A 10-point deficit now for the Knights as Dominic Schmidt brings it back down the floor. Across the timeline, Abercrombie picks him up. Schmidt around the left side, giving the Knights some time to move. Now he'll drive it baseline, kicks it to the right side to Fetty. Fetty into the lane, puts a shot up, but Jack Eastone is going to be called for a charge. So that will be Eastone's first and team foul number 1 of the second half. You see Eastone drive into the lane, and Larson was set up underneath. He draws the charge. Spring Valley has the basketball. Adkins over to Hazlett. Hazlett across the timeline, picked up, double team. Now Schmidt takes the pass away, goes full court, under the basket, off the glass, in and good. Chandler Schmidt picks up his 9th point of the night. Full court press again. Hazlett brings it down into the lane after a pass from Caldwell underneath. Fight for the rebound. Schmidt comes away with it. The Knights back down the floor. 8-point deficit now. Looking to cut it to 6. Schmidt, top side. Frost, 3-ball. In and good. Kyle Frost makes it a 5-point ball game. His first points of the night. And now full court pressure applied again. And now Frost takes the pass away, picks it up, drives the lane. He's working against Abercrombie. Abercrombie takes it away, passes to Caldwell. Caldwell and the Timberwolves back down the floor. Larson baseline underneath. Hazlett off the glass, in and good, and a timeout called by Spring Valley. So Caldwell extends the lead to 7. Rick Chafin says he's going to take a full timeout. We'll take a timeout of our own right here on Video Productions.
At any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
The spirit of competition. You see it throughout the community. Friends and neighbors challenging themselves in whatever they do, giving it their all. Since 1901, Putnam County Bank is right there with you, competing for your business, stepping up for our community, and moving our region forward. That's why Putnam County Bank is proud to be your hometown bank, making our community stronger, all while striving to be the best, helping you develop and grow. That's the goal of Putnam County Bank.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Welcome back to the Castle. Here in the third quarter, 32-25 is your score. Midland will have the basketball as we get back to action. Jack Eastone preparing the inbound pass. Dominic Schmidt will bring it down the floor. He'll step across the timeline, and Abercrombie will pick him up. He'll go left side. Dominic Schmidt now letting the Knights set up. He goes around the right side, finds Frost. Frost looks back over cross-court pass to Jackson Fetty. Fetty's second three ball is in and good. Jackson Fetty with his 6th point of the night. 2 for 2 from three-point range. Now the Timberwolves back down the floor. Hazlett looking for help, double team, back out to Adkins. Adkins over to Caldwell. Caldwell to Abercrombie. Abercrombie and Caldwell working on that right side. Caldwell will bring it back out between the rings, finds Larson. Larson will drive down the left side, pulls it back out front to Hazlett. Now goes right side to Caldwell. Caldwell underneath. Larson in the lane, loses a handle on the basketball, a scramble, and it will be a jump ball. And it goes to Spring Valley. Possession arrow to Spring Valley. 32-28. Your score matches the closest deficit for the Knights from the first half. They were within 4 earlier. Now find themselves down by 4 as Hazlett takes it baseline. Double team now to Abercrombie. Abercrombie loses it. Schmidt comes away with it. Here come the Knights. Schmidt puts it off the glass, full court, coast to coast, in and good for 2 for Chandler Schmidt. 4:50, rolling clock, back down the floor come the Timberwolves. Adkins, left side to Hazlett. Hazlett picked up by Frost. Larson to the right side to Caldwell. He almost loses it, does go out of bounds as he could not keep a handle on the pass. Abercrombie tried to come over and help out, but he couldn't get to it quick enough, and it goes out of bounds, and the Knights will have the basketball. Ty Smith back into the game for Spring Valley. Dominic Schmidt takes the inbound pass, and the Knights will go back to work. Comes left side. Now to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt's going to drive the lane, and he slides. A little ice on the floor down there. As Schmidt was going to put up a shot, he slid, and he's called for the walk. It'll be Spring Valley ball. He did slide. I mean, you could see the floor was slick. They get the subs, the water, sweat, or whatever it was off the floor, and back to work for the Timberwolves. Back down the floor is Hazlett. Hazlett to Adkins, over to Larson. Larson drives the baseline. Now he'll kick it back out left side of the arc to Adkins. Adkins to the right side to Abercrombie. Between the rings, back out to Adkins. Larson just to the left side of the arc. Now looking for an opportunity. Passes right side to Hazlett. Hazlett working against Jackson Fetty. Drives the lane. Spin move. Puts up a shot. And it goes in. Lucas Hazlett with his 11th point of the night. Dominic Schmidt back down the floor for the Knights. Running the point. Knights will set up. Getting some instructions from J.J. Martin. Fetty with the basketball left side of the arc. Kicks it over right side to Schmidt. Schmidt will bring it top side back over to Fetty. Fetty thought about it. Now he's going to drive the lane. Puts a shot up off the front of the rim, and he's called for the charge. Hazlett got in position, draws the charge. Jackson Fetty picks up his first foul. As you see, Fetty drives in. Hazlett had position on him, goes to the floor. And Fetty picks up his first. Hazlett and Adkins working in the backcourt. Adkins to the right side, now to Abercrombie. Pass is broken up, but there's a foul. They're going to say that Schmidt with the contact, I think. No, they're going to call that one on Fetty. There was a scramble for it, so Fetty picks up his, it's his third. That's his third foul. Team foul number 3 as well. Back to work for the Timberwolves. Down the floor to Ty Smith. Smith gives it to Abercrombie. Abercrombie a fight for the ball and a foul. Is going to be called on Jack Eastone. He's going to pick up his third. Team foul number 4. And checking back in is Tevin Taylor. Fetty will check out. And back to work for the Timberwolves. They have the basketball. Inbound pass comes to Ty Smith. Smith working against Tevin Taylor. And Taylor is whistled for basically a touch foul. I got to be honest with you, I didn't see that one. But I'm not on the right side of that either. So Taylor is called for the foul. That's his first. And Midland has picked up 3 really quick fouls here and a timeout on the floor. J.J. Martin is going to speak with the officials. 3 minutes left here in the third. Midland down 34-30. This is as close as they've been all night. They pulled it with them for a couple of times. So both teams will break the huddle after a 30-second timeout. Three minutes left in this third quarter, 34-30. Just joining us, welcome to the broadcast here on Video Productions. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we say welcome to you. Inbound pass, just get things, go back to work for the Timberwolves. It's Ty Smith. Smith to Abercrombie at the line. Back out to Larson. Larson, right side of the arc, takes a shot. 3 balls off the mark. And a whistle and a foul underneath, I think. And a scramble for the basketball. The foul is going to be on Lucas Hazlett. That's his second. Team foul number 2 on the Timberwolves here in the second half. Dominic Schmidt running the point for the Knights. Brings it across the timeline. He'll hand it away to Jack Eastone. Eastone going to drive left side. Loses a handle on the basketball. Picks it back up. Now goes back out to Taylor. Taylor now Frost on the right side. Dominic Schmidt comes over to help out. Working against Abercrombie. Schmidt takes the shot. 3 ball off the front of the rim. Frost with the rebounded shot. And as Frost took his shot, he was fouled. And the foul is going to be it's on Luke Larson. That's his second. Team foul number 4. Frost from the line. His first one will drop in. Back end of a 2-shot foul coming up for Frost. Two for 2 from the line as Frost is with his 5th point of the night. Back to the Timberwolves with the ball. Abercrombie right side, passes across the timeline. It goes off of the legs of Ty Smith. Midland will have the basketball. Dominic Schmidt at midcourt working against Abercrombie. Now Schmidt letting the Knights set up. Now they go to work. Back to Chandler Schmidt, top side to Eastone. Now over to Frost. Frost with the basketball. Schmidt comes out to help. Schmidt now will drive. Now left side to Eastone. Eastone's going to drive the lane. Tries to get a pass away to Frost, and there's a whistle and a foul. And a foul is on Abercrombie. That is his first. Chandler Schmidt with the inbound pass for the Knights. Out front to Jack Easton. Top of the key. Now he drives in at the free throw line. Takes a shot off the mark. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Easton's got 7 on the night. That makes it a tie ball game. 34-34. Back down the court. Hazlett's going to drive. Takes a shot. Little floater from the left side of the lane. That one goes in for Hazlett. 13 points on the night for Hazlett as the Knights come back down the floor. Frost on the right side of the arc. Schmidt to the top of the key with the ball. Drives a little bit. Has it taken away. Adkins to Larson. Down the floor. Larson off the glass is in and good. Larson, 6 points on the night. Back down on this end. Chandler Schmidt trying to get something going underneath the basket. His shot's off the mark. Hazlett with a rebound. Back down the floor are the Timberwolves. Hazlett and Frost got into a scramble for the basketball. Frost was trying to take it away. He knocks that out of bounds, so the Timberwolves will keep the basketball. Adkins inbound to Larson over his head, and it did hit the sideline, and it'll be Midland basketball. So the inbound pass over Larson's head comes down about midcourt, hits the sideline, and Midland will have the ball. Inbound pass from Frost to Dominic Schmidt. Under a minute here in the third. Frost, top of the key. Right side to Schmidt. Schmidt comes back out to Dominic Schmidt. Now to Frost. They whistle a foul away from the ball. And the foul away from the ball is going to be on Larson. That's his third and team foul number 5 for the Timberwolves. Check it back in for Cabell Midland's Cooper Gibson. Inbound pass on the baseline from Chandler Schmidt. Comes to Cooper Gibson. Back out to Frost. Frost to Schmidt at the free throw line. He's going to drive, takes a shot, looking for the foul, and he draws it. So Schmidt earns himself a trip to the charity stripe, courtesy of a foul by Lucas Hazlett. Schmidt at the line. Drops that one in. He's now 3 of 7 from the line. Back end of a 2-shot foul coming up. Colton Caldwell. They did correct the foul call. I thought Colton Caldwell should have been whistled for. They called it on Hazlett as Chandler Schmidt drops in the back end of a 2-shot opportunity. It's now a 2-point ball game. Midland down by 2, 38-36. Back to work. Full court pressure on the Timberwolves. Bringing the ball across the timelines. Caldwell. He goes left side. Now Hazlett with it. Hazlett will come back out to Adkins. Adkins will bring it over to the right side now to Caldwell. Or rather, Ty Smith. Smith, right side, loses a hand on the basketball. Dominic Schmidt tipped it out of his hands. It is going to stay with the Timberwolves. 14 ticks left in the third. Back to work for the T-Wolves. With the basketball, Smith. Ty Smith working against Dom Schmidt. Schmidt takes it away from him. He's going to go back to the basket, and he's fouled on the way in. Trying to put one off the glass, but Ty Smith is whistled for the foul. It's going to be his 4th. See Schmidt working against him. He takes the pass away. He's going to go down the floor, try to put it off the glass, and draws the foul on the way in. Larson checks back into the ball game. Schmidt misses the front end of the 2-shot foul. And drains the second one. He is 3 of 4 from the line tonight with 5 points. Adkins with the inbound pass to Caldwell. Caldwell gets it down across the timeline to Hazlett. At the buzzer, a 3 taken It's no good. And at the end of 3, it is Spring Valley 38, Cabell Midland 37. We'll bring you fourth quarter action here from the Castle. This is Cabell Midland basketball on Video Productions.
A new day begins. And what happens today must be covered, reported, and passed on to everyone in the region we serve. We are journalists, staff writers, editors, storytellers. Who are we? We are HD Media, trustworthy and always here for the times we live in.
Create your stories like to leave a legend where the kids will be talking about me like 50 years after I'm gone. And like then they will start writing their own stories. Maybe my kids will want to read about what I was dealing with, what I was going through, how I encouraged myself, how my teachers encouraged me. So if I leave something for them, then it's just going to keep going, you know, and it'll be a story that never ends. So it's the never ending story.
Back here at the Castle for fourth quarter action. A tight one here from the Castle, 38-37. The Knights down by 1 as we begin the fourth quarter. Chris Tatum with you here on Video Productions. Welcome those of you watching via YouTube, Facebook. Welcome this evening. Thanks for watching. Midland will have the basketball to start things off here in the fourth quarter, as Cooper Gibson will inbound to Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt going to run the point. Pass into the backcourt. He'll step across the timeline, and the Knights will go to work. Dominic Schmidt, spin move out top of the key. Takes a shot off the glass. Little underhanded shot. A nice move by Dominic Schmidt. Makes it a 1-point deficit for the Timberwolves. This is Midland's first lead of the game. Back to work for the Timberwolves. Adkins to Hazlett. Hazlett left side. Working against Gibson. Goes left side, Larson. Larson with the basketball. Frost tightly guarding him. Under the basket. Pass in the lane to Adkins. His shot's off the mark. Had a good look at it. Couldn't get it to fall. Now Dominic Schmidt with a rebound. He brings it coast to coast. Left side now. Gibson, 3-ball. Side pocket is in and good. Cooper Gibson drains the 3-ball here from the corner. And it's 42-38. A 4-point deficit now for the Timberwolves. Now the stolen pass by Dominic Schmidt. He'll go back to the glass. In and good for Dominic Schmidt. And now the Timberwolves say, we'll take a timeout. 6:55, just a minute and 5 into this fourth quarter. And Midland up 44-38. A 6-point game for the Knights. T-Wolves find themselves now in a little bit of a pickle. They've been able to handle this Midland defense here this evening. Did a nice job handling the press early, but now find themselves down by 6, a place they have not been heretofore. So the Knights have found the spark that they've needed and have built themselves a 6-point lead. Rick Chafin and the T-Wolves definitely talking about strategy over there now about how to best handle this Cabell Midland onslaught. It was 28-19 at the half, a 9-point deficit. And we're just a minute or so into the fourth, and Midland is up by 6. So we'll get both teams breaking the timeout, and we will get back to work. Timberwolves with the basketball, as Adkins will prepare the inbound pass for Spring Valley. Inbounds it. Ty Smith. Again, full court pressure. Abercrombie now with it left side. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Fast break now, right side. Over to Smith. Smith to Adkins. Adkins on the right wing. Now to Abercrombie on baseline. He'll kick it back out. 18-foot jump shot. Up, in, and good for Ty Smith. That's his first points of the game tonight. 4-point deficit. Midland brings the ball back down the court. Dominic Schmidt working against Abercrombie. He'll take it to the hole, and he is fouled by Abercrombie on the way in. And Abercrombie picks up his second foul. And that is team foul number 8 on the Timberwolves. Dominic Schmidt, front end of a 2-shot foul. First one is off the mark. He is 3 for 5 from the line tonight. Second one off the mark as well. And a timeout called as Tevin Taylor got the rebound. And a full timeout by the Knights means we'll take a full timeout as well. And we'll come back with more fourth quarter action from the Castle. This is Midland Basketball on Video Productions.
The spirit of competition. You see it throughout the community. Friends and neighbors challenging themselves in whatever they do, giving it their all. Since 1901, Putnam County Bank is right there with you, competing for your business, stepping up for our community, and moving our region forward. That's why Putnam County Bank is proud to be your hometown bank, making our community stronger, all while striving to be the best, helping you develop and grow. That's the goal of Putnam County Bank.
Hello, my name is Seth Seldron. I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
Welcome back to the Castle. 6.5 to go in this one. Midland has found themselves down at the half, 28-19. Now they lead it by 4, 44-40. As we get back to action, the Knights have the basketball. Dominic Schmidt with the inbound pass. Finds Chandler, top of the key. Larson picks him up between the rings. Schmidt to the right side now. Drives it in. Nice move by Chandler. Schmidt. Now the ball's out left side. 3 ball on the way. Cooper Gibson, it's off the mark. Schmidt with the rebound. He's baseline. And he is fouled on the way up. That one is going to be on Larson, I believe, and that will be his 4th. That is team foul number 9 on the Timberwolves. And Schmidt, who's been at the line more than anyone else here this evening, has a 2-shot opportunity in front of him right here. That one finds the mark. He's 5 for 10 tonight. Second one on the way. That one finds the mark as well. 6-point ball game for the Knights, 46-40. Abercrombie takes the inbound pass. Full court press supplied by the Knights again. Across the timeline goes Caldwell, and he's fouled. A little too tight of defense there for the official on that side. And that one will be called on Dominic Schmidt, his second. Team foul number 6 on the night. Inbound pass to Abercrombie. Back over to Adkins. Left wing, Hazlett. Working against Gibson. He'll kick it back out to Adkins. Now back to the left wing. Hazlett, 3 ball on the way. In and good. Hazlett has had a very quiet night here, but looking at this stat sheet, he's been the guy for the Timberwolves here this evening. Back down the floor, 3 ball on the way from Tevin Taylor. That one's off the mark. Rebound into the hands of Tate Adkins. Adkins across the timeline. Left wing to Abercrombie. Abercrombie double teamed. He'll kick it back out to Caldwell. Now to Larson. Larson, right side. Hazlett again for a 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounds taken and put off the glass and into the bucket by Ty Smith. 46-45, a 1-point ball game. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Schmidt and the Knights back down the floor. He steps across the timeline. Larson picks him up. Looking to coach J.J. Martin. Now the Knights will go back to work. Schmidt working against Larson. Goes left wing. 3 ball on the way from Frost. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound by Chandler Schmidt off the glass. That one will drop in for him. Chandler Schmidt makes it a 3-point ball game. 48-45. Back down the court. Pass taken away by Dominic Schmidt off the glass. Lays that one in. Makes it look that easy. Dominic Schmidt and the Knights with full court pressure on the Timberwolves. Now to the right side. Across the timeline comes Abercrombie. Double team. Goes back out front to Adkins, now left side to Hazlett. Hazlett back between the rings to Abercrombie. Dominic Schmidt will pick him up. Abercrombie will go to the right side to Hazlett, to the right side of the lane. Now Schmidt picks him up. He'll back it away, now between the rings, actually into the center court circle to Abercrombie. He'll go around the right side, drive, put a shot up. That one's off the mark. Larson picks it up, puts it off the glass. He's fouled on the way in, couldn't get his shot to fall, but he'll go to the line. The foul will be called on Chandler Schmidt. That's his third, as Larson will visit the charity stripe. Luke Larson is 2 of 3 from the line tonight. Make that 3 of 4 as the first one drops in for him. Jack Eastone, Jackson Fetty check back into the ball game for the Knights. The back end of a 2-shot foul coming up. It'll make it a 3-point ball game. Larson, if Larson can drain this one. That one finds the mark. 50-47. Back down the floor come the Knights. Dominic Schmidt running the point for the Knights. Schmidt picked up by Abercrombie. Now the Knights will set it up. He goes right side to Frost. Frost back over to Schmidt, top of the key. Larson picks him up. He'll go back to Dom. Dom left side, back to the top side to Jack Eastone. Now to Frost. Frost's going to drive it. Puts a shot up. Bodies all over the place. Dominic Schmidt comes with the basketball. He puts one up that goes off the back of it, off the underside of the back glass. Now back down the floor comes Larson. Right side, 3-ball. Hazlett wide open. It's off the mark. Nothing but air. Dominic Schmidt, actually, like a pass to Dominic Schmidt. He'll bring it back down the floor. He'll put a shot up in the lane. That one will fall off the side of the rim. And here comes Adkins, a scramble for the basketball. And Jack Eastone comes up with a foul. It's called. Both sides of the officials call a foul on the floor. And the foul's going to be called on Jalen Abercrombie. That is his third. Team foul number 10. 2-shot foul coming up for the Knights. And to the line is Jack Eastone. Eastone has not been to the line this evening, but he has a 2-shot opportunity right here. Extends the lead to make it a 4-point game as he drops the first one in. Second one off the back of the rim and a scramble. And a foul called underneath. Foul's going to be called on Dominic Schmidt. That is his third. And that is team foul number 8 for the Knights. So that will put Larson at the line for Spring Valley for one of the bonus. Larson, 4 of 5 from the line, make it 5 of 6 as he drops the first one in for the Timberwolves. 51-48 your score. Second one goes in for him too. He's been perfect in this second half for the Timberwolves. 51-49 your score. And whistles. What's happening? Clock? Maybe the clock or something with the clock. Anyway, back to work we go. 3:13. Clock rolls to the close of this one. Midland up by 2 here late. Looking to hand the T-Wolves a loss. Dominic Schmidt, or rather Chandler Schmidt, top of the key, guarded by Larson. Left side, Jackson Fetty. Fetty now looking for help. Comes left side to Frost. Frost back to Fetty, now to Eastone. Eastone back to Fetty. Fetty to Frost. On the move now, Eastone back to Fetty. Fetty spins, now trying to find some help. Finds Frost. Frost from 3-point range, cannot get it to go. Fetty fighting for the rebound, goes out of bounds and off of Jackson Fetty at Spring Valley basketball. Opportunity to take the lead or tie it as they come back down the floor on this possession. Spring Valley looking at the full court press that Midland has applied a good portion of this night. Larson left side, drives the line, and he is going to be called for the double dribble. So possession will go back to the Knights. 2:25 left in this one. The Knights did not have the lead until second half. They were able to get within 4 in the first half, but have not relinquished the lead since they went up 28-19 at half, and then have been up here in the second half. A good portion of the second half. Dominic Schmidt, top of the key, working against Abercrombie. 51-49 your score. Dominic Schmidt passes over to Jackson Fetty. Fetty now between the rings. Looks at the top of the key to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt to Eastone, left side to Fetty. Adkins picks him up, now to Chandler Schmidt. Larson will go out and guard Schmidt.
Stay out, Chandler, stay out!
Schmidt backs it away towards the midcourt stripe. They'll be content. Minute 30, this clock rolls here in the fourth. Timberwolves down by 2. Now he'll go out and pick up Schmidt. He drives. And Larson is whistled for his 5th foul. So Larson with his 5th personal. Schmidt at the line. 51-49. Schmidt looking to extend the Midland lead. Larson has to be replaced. That's his 5th. So they do have a minute to do that. But for Larson, Colton Caldwell will come into the ballgame. As Larson's night ends with a minute 25 left. Chandler Schmidt at the line. 2-shot foul coming up. Gets that one to go. 52-49. Back in, coming up with a 2-shot foul. That one will drop in as well. And there's going to be a full timeout for the Knights. We'll take a full timeout of our own, and we'll be back with more Midland basketball here on Video Productions.
As the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Cabell County Schools has a zero-tolerance policy for bullying, harassment, and intimidation. We're excited to provide the Stop It mobile app for our students. Stop It has 2 powerful features. Students may report incidents or talk directly to school officials. Cabell County students have the power to end harmful and inappropriate online or physical bullying. You can download the app from Apple or Google Play. Together, we can create a safer, kinder school community.
Welcome back to the Castle. Chris Tatum with you here on Video Productions this evening as the Knights and the Timberwolves have done battle here this evening. It's been a tight one. 6-point deficit has been take that back. The 9-point deficit at halftime. Then Midland's biggest lead has been 6 as the Timberwolves now have the basketball out of the timeout. Ty Smith working in the backcourt against Jackson Fetty. He'll step across the timeline. Back to the left side to Adkins. Adkins going to drive now to the right side. Looking for help. Over to Hazlett. Hazlett working against Chandler Schmidt. He goes to the right side. Finds a little opening, but now double teamed and back out to Caldwell, who puts a shot up. It's off the mark. The rebound tipped into his hands, and a whistle and a foul is going to be on Jack Eastone. That is Eastone's 4th foul. And team foul number 9. To the line from one of the bonus is Colton Caldwell. He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Visited the charity stripe in the first half and now make him 3 for 3. As you watch the replay down on the baseline, see Eastone didn't agree with the call. The back end of the 2-shot foul coming up. 53-50. That one will drop in as well. 53-51. Under a minute to play. Dominic Schmidt working against Abercrombie, right side of the arc. Now brings it back out front. Chandler Schmidt will take it away from his brother. Now he'll get the double team. Pass down to Eastone. Eastone back out front to Schmidt. Schmidt now right or left side rather to Frost. Frost is open. Now Eastone at the free throw line. They'll pass it. Good ball movement by the Knights. Now to the left side. Frost has it wide open off the glass in and good. Kyle Frost picks up his 7th point of the night as the Timberwolves come back down the floor. In the lane, jump shot taken. Somebody got a hand on it, and now there's a foul. It'll be a 2-shot foul as Caldwell was putting a shot up, and Frost got his hands on him. Frost picks up his 2nd. And at the line is Colton Caldwell. Perfect from the line tonight. That one comes off the front of the rim, so he's 4 for 5. 2nd shot coming up for Caldwell. That one off the mark as well. 0 for 2 on that trip. Now Abercrombie puts a shot up. A 3 from the left side is in and good. Abercrombie makes it a 1-point game. That was a whale of a shot by Abercrombie. See Abercrombie here. He'll go to the left side. He's almost fallen out of bounds. Takes a shot. Fadeaway 3, and it goes in. It's a 1-point game. A foul called as Midland comes back up the floor. Dominic Schmidt's going to visit the free throw line. 55-54, and I think there's a question about the clock here. So they've got the clock back in order. I think when they stopped, it's 4.9, and 6.2 is now showing on the clock. 6.2 seconds left. Dominic Schmidt at the line. That one clangs around the rim and will not fall in. He is 3 of 8 from the line tonight. Second one coming up for Dominic Schmidt. Ball's up and in. He drains the second one. Makes it a 2-point game. And a timeout taken by Spring Valley. We'll keep it right here. They'll take a full timeout with 6.2 seconds left in this one. Could have extended their lead to 3. Schmidt failed to make the front end of a 2-shot foul. And he is 3 of 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 of 8 tonight. Free throws haunted them in the first half a little bit, but they fought their way back to a 2-point lead here late in this one. 28-19 at the half, and then Midland went up by their largest lead of 6 in the second half, and didn't have their first lead until the second half, as a matter of fact. So they are up by 2 with 6.2 seconds left. Timberwolves would love nothing more than to get on a little bit of a winning streak to end their season. They had a win against Hurricane, snapping a 13-game losing streak. They've got 6.2 seconds to work with here from the Castle. Inbound pass will come for the baseline. Got the full length of the court to go. Almost 6.5 seconds to work with. Adkins with the inbound pass for Spring Valley. Into Abercrombie. Abercrombie, no foul. Yeah, he is called for. He's called for the walk. He thought he was going to get the foul call, and instead, as he hit the floor and slid, he's called for the walk. Rick Chafin is not happy. Midland ball, all they got to do is waste out those 4 seconds, and Chandler Schmidt's fouled. With 2.3 seconds left, Chandler Schmidt will go to the line. He has been just about perfect here in the second half. He's 7 of 8 here in the second half. And that will be Ty Smith's 5th foul as well. And the substitution will be Landon Mosser. At the line is Chandler Schmidt. 2-shot foul. That one finds the mark. He's 8 of 9 from the line in the second half. Second one on the way. That one falls off the right side of the rim. That will be the buzzer. The shot is off and away in time, but it is no good. And then this one belongs to the Knights. Your final score 57-54. We'll step away for a quick second. We'll come back with post-game scoring summaries and end this thing up right here from the Castle. This is Midland Basketball on Video Productions.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Basketball Showcase, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program, Griffith and File Pharmacy in Canova, serving the area since 1892. For quick, friendly, personal service with shorter wait times, come to Griffith and File. And Kindred Communications, kindredcom.net.
My name is Deshaun and I am a success.
My name is Braxton and I'm a success.
Friday, I got my spelling words right. P-A-R-T-Y.
I was in a math test and I didn't really get it that well. My teacher, she told me something and I got it. And I aced the math test and I was excited.
To share your story, visit cabellschools.com.
A new day begins, and what happens today must be covered, reported, and passed on to everyone in the region we serve. We are journalists, staff writers, editors, storytellers. Who are we? We are HD Media, trustworthy and always here for the times we live in.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Was quietly done. Back here at the Castle one final time this evening. Scoring summaries for both teams. We're on the air now, right? We were not on the air before. All right, so we're back. Welcome back to the Castle. One final time here this evening. The Knights pull away the win from the Timberwolves, 57-54, your final score. So let's run through the scoring summaries for both teams. Let's run through Spring Valley first. For Jalen Abercrombie, he finishes with 13. He had 10 in the first half. Big presence in the first half. They were able to kind of shut Jalen Abercrombie down in the second half. He did hit a big three late to pull Spring Valley within one, but he finished with 13. Tate Adkins with 3 on the night. Lucas Hazlett with 16, a very quiet 16. A lot of things kind of center around the first half with Jalen Abercrombie, but Hazlett comes away with 16 points on the night. Nice game for him. Colton Caldwell, 8 points on the evening, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 for Tyler Smith, and then going 10 points for Luke Larson, and he goes 6 of 7 from the free throw line this evening for the Timberwolves. Let's look over at the Cabell Midland Knights scoring summary tonight. Jack Eastone goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line with 8 points. Dominic Schmidt, 12 points, goes 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Kyle Frost finishes with 7. He's a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line in his only trip to the charity stripe this evening. 6 points for Jackson Fetty, 2 big threes. 2 for 2 from three-point land, as a matter of fact, for Jackson Fetty. And the leading scorer going 9 of 14. Went to the free throw line more than anybody tonight. 9 of 14 with 20 points, Chandler Schmidt. A nice win for the Cabell Midland Knights on senior night. Certainly will be disappointing to see these guys move on, but exciting for Coach J.J. Martin to see what's next for his basketball team. So your final score from the Castle, 57-54 in favor of the Cabell Midland Knights. They improved to 10-9 on the season, and they move on to face Charleston Catholic on the 17th of February, just a couple days from now. And hopefully you'll be able to join them there because they'll be on the road. So that kind of ends things here from the Castle. With your final score, 57-54, the Knights knock off the Timberwolves here from the campus of Cabell Midland High School. For the folks at Video Productions, we say thank you for keeping us on the air this evening. Butch Mounts and his crew for sure. We enjoy working with them. And for Jason Toy, who is on assignment, we'll welcome him back gladly. It's been a little bit since I've done a basketball game, but always fun to get back on the hardwood. So for those of you who joined us for the broadcast here on YouTube and on Facebook here on Video Productions, we thank you for making us a part of your Saturday evening and say good night and thanks for listening, everyone.